The Minnesota Vikings drafting at 31 because of their trade with San Francisco, and they're going cornerback as well. Jeff Gladney is the pick out of TCU. 5'10", 191, but he plays a lot bigger than his measurables.
And he does a little bit of everything. He can blitz, as you can see in the highlight. He's good playing from off coverage. He can play press man-to-man if you ask him to, and he is a tough little guy against the run. Well prepared by Gary Patterson. I love this draft so far by Minnesota, by the way. To get Brandon Ayuk, to get Jeff Gladney, two needs on this team, cornerback and wide receiver, but to move back and accumulate picks in order to do so. I love everything Rick Spielman has been able to do so far, so big fan of what they've been able to accomplish.
Clearly moving on from Xavier Rhodes, there's they need a position of need here to fix on the outside. How about the job that Gary Patterson has done at TCU? The eye for talent that he's got with a couple first-rounders from TCU. I mean, they did not have the best year, but clearly he's got an eye for talent. And this is, I think the Vikings, too, have knocked this draft out of the park.
By the way, Justin Jefferson, not Brandon Ayuk. That was the spot they traded with San Francisco 49ers for.
Let's bring in Bryant McFadden, our cornerback. Bryant, we've had back-to-back cornerbacks taken. I want you to talk about both. Noah Igbinoghene to Miami and Jeff Gladney to Minnesota.
Well, I had an opportunity to speak with Noah on Tuesday, Instagram Live, and we talked about the spark surrounding his name. You know, early on in the draft process, many people felt like he could be a second or third round selection. And then the last few weeks, I mean, people started to whisper that Noah could jump into the first round. And he said he believes he's a first round corner. He believes he's one of the best corners that was available. And the best is yet to come. I mean, he was a track standout in high school, played wide receiver, switched to cornerback 2 years ago. So he's only played corner 2 seasons, 2 full years, and he played in the SEC, and he played exceptionally well. So the ceiling is extremely high for Noah. He's well coached. Kevin Steele is the defensive coordinator there at Auburn. He emphasized fundamentals and techniques, and Noah has been able to put that on display. And then looking at Gladney, when I look at Gladney, look at what he was able to do at TCU, I see Denzel Ward, a smaller guy but plays extremely big, a very, very feisty guy. I think the last 2 years at TCU, he had over 20 PBUs, so he's always around the football. I would like to see him improve on his ball skills because he dropped quite a few interceptions over the last year or so, but yet and still a very, very dependable guy in the secondary, and he tackles extremely well for a guy of his measurables.
Hey, Pete, what's your grade on this when you just gave out an A+ for Noah Igbinoghene? How about this cornerback pick for the Vikings at number 31?
It's a B. I mean, it's a need pick. There's no question about it. I like the player. The one thing that you heard about him leading into the draft process was there's some, character concerns a little bit anyways, and that's something that they're going to have to address in Minnesota. But it's a need pick. I mean, Mike Zimmer loves to draft corners. They used to draft corners all the time when he was in Cincinnati. He drafts corners with the Vikings, and he lost a couple of them. So this makes sense. I give it a B.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.